Welcome to my League of Legends Evelynn preview review, however you want to call it. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the changes being made to Evelynn and what I think about it. My name is Mars and I hope you enjoy this video. So, first of all, her passive. You see I am stealthed and I have the spruce circle. I must become active, I am really sorry. Yeah, so you will notice I'm stealthed and I have the circle around me, and this is caused by her passive, because her passive is now that she will be stealthed after not dealing damage or taking damage or using any of her abilities for 8 seconds. And doing so, or taking damage of course, will unstealth you. And also, while being stealthed, she will regenerate 1% of her max mana every second, and I will show you that effect in a second because it's really good. So yes, just to show you the range, I have brought my buddy Gangplank here, and this is the range in which enemy champions, not minions or wards, will be able to see you. However, vision wards and towers will still be able to see you as always. So if I get close to him, you will notice his golden eye above his head. This will indicate that if you walk nearby, he will be able to see you. So if I get any closer, this will turn red and this exclamation mark will appear, and this means he can see me right now, and so does do all his friendly summoners. Because they share vision, of course. So this means, although being stealthed, I am visible within of the range which is shown here. This is about half the vision range you have on champions. So you have a slight advantage compared to other champions ganking, because he will have only half the time until you arrive, and also you have a pretty nice speed buff. You can even flash while stealth, then it will not break your stealth. So I will show you that right now. I can flash, and I'm still invisible. But if I was to use Ignite now, it will instantly unstealth me. And every tick Ignite deals damage, this will reset to 8 seconds again. I will just prevent Gameplay from disconnecting by casting Ghost. While you might think, hey, whoa, when I get this exclamation mark, I will be able to see enemies, right? But that is not true, so I will move Gangplank down into this brush. And now I will move Evelynn next to him. So while he sees me now, I am not able to see him and have no indicator, and as soon as I walk in I get this exclamation mark. But he will be able to see me much earlier than I see him. So he sees me now, and now still sees me, and now he will be unable to see me. So you cannot detect enemies in bushes or brushes, however you want to call it, using that ability. And yes, now I will spam my hate spike a little bit. I will explain it later, just to lose some mana, you know. And yeah, as you can see, my mana regen goes up because of this effect, Crystal Scar's aura. But besides that, you will notice a huge increase when I'm really low on mana. Give me a second, but just spam my shit. Oh, this has no cost, right? I will explain all the abilities in a second. So now I will go into stealth. And look at my regen right now. And instantly goes up through the top. So if it was not on Crystal Scar, I would have a regen of about 100. No, I don't. Well, I should have, because... Oh no, this is per 5, isn't it? No, what is it? Yeah, it is per 5. Alright, yeah, this is my basic regen, of course. My basic regen is 68 per 5 seconds. which is not really much, but as soon as I stealth, I will get this huge 1% per second, which will, in this case, regenerate 100 mana per second. And you saw how fast this was. So, aside from being the Crystal Scar, where I get more mana than usual, it is also very nice to just roam and get 1% of your mana back every second. And if you roam, if it takes you 10 seconds to get from bot to top, or from bot to mid rather, then you will have at least 10% mana. Even more, because you have your natural regen and you won't go out with 0 mana probably. So Hate Spike, you already noticed, I think. Its range is much bigger. It has much more range, and it fires a straight line at the closest target, or if you recently attacked someone, at this target. Primary use will still be to trigger Sheen using it, but it's still pretty nice, and it scales off with about 0.48, I think, AP scaling, and a little bit of AD, which was changed too, so AD Evelynn will be even better now. Her W was transformed from her stealth to a no-cost speed buff, which will remove slows, and passively will also grant you movement speed. So if I use Hate Spike, which doesn't require you to stand still now, you will see an increase of my movement up to 395 without boots, because I have 4 stacks on Frenzy. So this is pretty cool, and you will notice it right away that I get slower. And the active gives me 70%, and if I am to use abilities while being speed buffed through the active, the passive will still stack with it. So if I stack up my passive and then use the active, I will get more movement speed as well. And champion kills and assists will refresh the cooldown, so you can go in, spike a target, and go out. And again, it has no cost, so it is a free escape in every situation. And besides spamming Hate Spike, I again have full mana now. Wait, plus 18 per 5? Is it that low? Oh, I think it was before like that. Well, it doesn't matter. So Ravage was transformed from reducing armor and stuff, and magic resistance, I think it was, to dealing 2 ticks of magic damage. While it might look like it will apply a Sheen, the third damage there was an auto attack, because it get 120% attack speed for 30 seconds, and this will instantly apply an auto attack. And so if I only use Ravage on an enemy, it will not trigger Sheen, it will not trigger Frozen Mallet, something like that. So keep that in mind. I think the ability is pretty good, because I will show you again. I instantly get 2 Frenzy stacks. So if I am to run out, or if I am to gank him, don't have to run out of the bushes. So I can just run up to him, use my Q, get instant 3 stacks on Frenzy, get a huge movement speed increase, and I will just stick to him and he can't get away, which is pretty nice. This has no special effect like those two have, so yeah, but it's still pretty nice, and the damage is okay in my opinion. It also scales off with about 0.49 AP, I think, and also some crappy AD scaling, a little bit better than not scaling with AD anyway. But yeah. So her ultimate was changed completely to an AoE spell. It will slow all enemies you hit by 70% on max rank, and it will deal damage based on their max health. And without any AP, it will deal 25% at max rank. The slow will stay for 2 seconds, and for every enemy champion you hit, you will get a shield of 300 each for 6 seconds. So if I am to hit 5 champions, I will get a shield of 1500 health. This is really a game changer, because I will just show you it. Yeah, so you saw it dealt a nice amount of damage, and got this nice shield. If I had magic penetration, this would be much cooler. And it scales off slightly AP, sorry. So if I was to have a Rabadons right now, it would deal about 25 plus 5%, I think, or plus 4% maybe, or maybe even 6%. I'm not entirely sure. We can look that up in a second. So what is this? It is a real game changer for Evelynn, because you can now engage fights without dying instantly. You can run in, use Agony's Embrace to slow all of them. I'm sorry. Use Dark Frenzy to run in, spam your stacks up with Hate Spike and Ravage, kill one target and use Dark Frenzy to get out again. And you will not die so quickly because you gain that huge shield depending on how many targets you hit, but you can now run into team fights without dying. So that is pretty neat, and it makes up for the huge nerf of her stealth. Because I consider this a nerf. You cannot decide when you want to be stealth. This means your enemy will also get more vision wards, which will make it harder. For you to roam. They don't need an oracles anymore to see you, which will give them even more money to spend on other things, maybe on boards, rather. But yeah, this really makes up for it, because as soon look at the range again. It has a slightly larger range than your stealth, and basically it will unstealth yourself anyway, so you can get really close without being unstealthed, as close as you can maybe, and then you can just throw it at the enemies and then run in, just like that, and then spike him to death. Unstoppable, nice. Yeah, I killed him several times again. Before, I mean, to get some levels, so I don't have to wait for level 18 so long. So yeah, overall I think the update is pretty interesting. It looks pretty promising, and I'm looking forward to get it on the normal service, on the public service. If you ever played Evelynn and thought about how shit she is and stuff, well, in my opinion, she was always a pretty good champion. But if you thought she was bad, look at her again now, after the patch. In my opinion, this patch made her much stronger, and you can now play different playstyles on her. You can play AP Evelynn and no one will flame you. You can play AD Evelynn and it will stack off your abilities. Things like that. You now have a free speed buff. You can get out of sticky situations easier. So yeah. After the update, enjoy. I hope you liked my little review. Leave a comment, rate it, whatever you want, and see you next time.